It's 20th of March and this is your Solana Daily Debrief long form edition. We've got plenty of things to cover, so let's go through them nice and fast. Firstly, it's still crazy with all this pre-sale launch stuff, and you can see that Trezor's actual Twitter was hacked, exploited, whatever it was, and they had a new token round to basically generate funds for Slef. So this was a breach. I hope you didn't send in any money, because this would just be going to a scammer, and this is clearly a scam link. Personally, this is one of the reasons why I say never have a hyphen in your URL. It just looks scammy. And here we have the official statement from Trezor. Despite robust protections, including a strong password and 2FA, we continue to investigate. So I don't know how it happened, a little bit rubbish. I do believe it potentially can relate to fake calendar links, so just be careful with those. Solana Dex volumes over 21 billion in the last 7 days. This is kind of bullish. Of course it's bullish, but at the same time, most of it comes from meme coins. So I would expect this to kind of drop down once this meme coin hype craziness passes. And Slurf alone has traded 1.5 billion on chain on Solana in the last 24 hours. So it's absolutely insane. You can say that Solana is a casino, and crypto in many respects is just a casino, but essentially this allows for people to get in. They allow $10 worth of a swap, $5 worth of a swap. You can go to birdeye.so and you can see people swapping for $2 or less. You can't do that on Ethereum, you can't do that on many other blockchains, because your gas fee will cost more than the profit you're expecting to make. As we can see here, Jito says reports of MEV death have been greatly exaggerated. Plenty of tips coming in, which means the validators are making yield. And remember, as another tip, whenever there are people on the timeline that just take away the value, such as this one, JTO is a scammer, stay away, it will rug pull. Your best bet is, if you know that someone's just not giving any value to them, just mute them or block them. Twitter is a great place for information, and we need to make sure we get an alpha. 1 day of fees pays for 12 months of 1,000 Solana validator boxes. This is really crazy to see, from $313,000 to 4.6 million. It won't be sustained like this. It will come down, and it's a good thing that it comes down, because we need more people to come onto the network, and we shouldn't be expecting them to pay a few dollars for a transaction. As you know, last month it was announced that Wormhole's doing an airdrop, and now this month Wifi Finance is basically getting a whole lot of volume. So if you are going to be bridging, if you want to try and capitalize on the fact that you make an airdrop, it would be worthwhile to use dBridge in my opinion. Slorg is from the Jupiter Core Working Group, and they've integrated the Launchpad feedback based on the results of the first round, and it's all found here. So plenty of effort goes into this. Make sure you do your part to help JUP basically grow. Today at 3:30 p.m, we have the Jupiter planetary call. By the time this video is out and edited, it will be after 3:30, but you will be able to catch this actual video straight on YouTube. And we'll be hearing from Zeus Network regarding their launch plan. Gaimin operates across 3 sectors in one business: AI, gaming, and DePIN. If we compare Gaimin to Render, you can see why I'm very excited. The token generation event is launching 26th March, so less than 1 week. And if we compare exactly to Render, it's pretty easy to see why I've been talking about it for quite some time. This thing will pump crazily. Just be super alert for scams, because if you get scammed, no one will help you. Only you will be able to help yourself by not being scammed. So here, this is a really good convincing scammer. Gaimin, so missing an N, IO. They've got a decent domain name. They haven't added a hyphen link or anything silly, but this is a scam, so just stay away from this website and just be very vigilant. Look for the gold tick and blue tick quite often, but always, if in doubt, just hover over things and see if there are the correct number of followers that you're expecting. And also remember, as we saw with Trezor, they can even be breached. So if anything looks sus, then don't go and click on that. Just jump into Discord and get real people to confirm. Parcel's bringing perpetual incentives. Now this is a really cool thing. Basically, it's perpetual points. So you keep your funds in there, you keep on using things, you keep providing liquidity, you keep trading, and you keep on getting rewards. Fabiano is probably my go-to random internet person that I like in terms of airdrops on Solana. He does great threads on things, and if we scroll on down, you can see he's taking it all out here. We can see season 3 is ending, the token generation event of Parcl and kickoff of perpetual points, and then staking of Parcl comes. So this is coming very soon. India's first DePIN project, Wifi Dabba, is preparing for launch with the goal to deploy over 100,000 of its Solana DePIN powered devices throughout India by the end of 2024. So if you're in India, you may want to give one of these a go. Here's something that's not really getting a lot of excitement, but it's very big in the traditional sense. So maybe this is one of the things that becomes bigger. So Fuse is all about stable bonds. So you can go and buy a government stable bond, which is earning less than USDC at the moment. That's why it's not super exciting. But I do feel that money can rotate into real world bonds. So they're doing well over here and just kind of getting things ready for normal use from Web 2 to come into Web 3, or rather hedge funds to come into Web 3. Adrastea Finance is something I'm probably going to cover quite a bit more. We know that they've applied for the LFG launchpad, so they want to launch their token on that. And this is all about basically leveraging JLP. So JLP is the Perps liquidity pool token from Jupiter. And essentially what they have is a system where they're capturing about 150% APY at present. But their goal is to use their system to have a strategy where they can earn even more. The goal being to get a decent yield on your USDC and then to leverage up JLP, so you should be printing quite a bit of money. I'll cover this more in detail as we have more info. Proposal 12 has passed from MetaDAO. This is one of those things that can actually help crypto so much, help the world so much. And at present, what they're doing is they're building up Futagi as a service. So essentially, for other DAOs, you'll be able to use Futagi to use your token to vote on changes that you want to happen. Very bullish on this, and you should definitely be following 0x Nalik. The guy is a genius. I've got a video on Meteora. This is probably one of the actionables of the day. Watch the video and start in Meteora. You're getting $1 in fees that you earn. You're getting 1,000 points. And they had a session yesterday on how to use a DLMM. And this is the recording right here, so I'll link this below. 4 p.m. today, the DA comic The Recruits. This is between Studio NX, D-Reader, and the DG and Ape Academy. And I really think that D-Reader is a $100 million idea. Basically having comics, books, and things like that on the blockchain and then accessible via their dApp. And this comic is absolutely going to be sick. So when people are out there doing really nothing with their NFT projects, the apes are trying to push forward into IP. It's very cool IP, and I'm excited for this comic book to launch, and it's coming soon, end of the month. Now on to Bonk. So Bonk March Madness is live. You don't have a lot of time. I think you've got until the end of the day, more or less, on to actually go and submit a bracket. And we're going to do it now. I don't understand college basketball. I don't know who are the favorites, but we're still going to do it because I think this will be cool. So here we are at bonkmadness.com, and we will go and we will connect our wallet. We've connected our wallet. We're going to mint basically a bracket for 1 million Bonk, and then we've got 14 hours to do this. If we go home, or if we want to, just go frequently asked questions, and we can see what this is all about and what the brackets can basically be. Essentially, you're betting on who is going to win, and whoever has the most number of ones right, they win all of the Bonk. There is a fee that goes to the Bonk team, maybe some of it's burned, that sort of stuff. However, if you know basketball, or if you like a bit of a punt, this is worthwhile. How will brackets be scored? You will be awarded points for each matchup chosen. You will not be penalized for any incorrect selections. And how do I win? Winning is simple, have the most accurate bracket at the end of the tournament. You can fill out as many brackets as you like, and so let's go and do a couple. So we've got this one as an example. I believe this was a winning bracket from last year. So I'm just going to quickly go and work this out. You know what? We'll do this one really, really fast. Firstly, let's go and grab some Bonk. So we'll go in-app swap, take some USDC, go get some Bonk. I don't know how much Bonk we're going to get with, say, $100. 4.42, we'll grab that amount, swap, we'll retry, see if this goes through. Retry, we'll change the slippage to 1% and swap. Swap has failed. One more time. Maybe this is not going through because of the fee from actually using the in-app swap. So I wouldn't normally think you'd have to do this, but we're just going to do it. $100, review order and swap. Okay, so that's a bit of a UI issue with Phantom. I definitely need to fix that up. But we should have our tokens very, very shortly. It'll go via JUP, and basically I'm paying a fee to Phantom for the convenience and also because they're a good wallet and I'm happy to support them like this. And they failed. All right. In that case, we'll just go and we'll swap here and we should be good. Okay, so we can see this is just a random selection that I've made. This is completely random and I have no idea who's going to win, but we're just going to mint this anyway. We'll lock it in, and I don't have my Bonk yet. This is unfortunately how the Solana blockchain is right now. So if it keeps on happening like this, just keep in mind that this is because there are so many transactions going through. There's things that need to be improved on the validator client. and upgrades are coming. So even if you go and add crazy priority fees, yes, unfortunately, we are not having a huge amount of success, and then for some reason the transaction went through, it just took a little bit longer. So all good. We'll go and lock in, and we've missed something there. And I have not realized that I also have to do this. My goodness, I did not realize this tournament was this massive. I guess I should have. This is for people that would like a bit of a gamble. How do we get from here to here? Can I mint this? Lock in. Yep. Okay, we're good over there. I know what to do. See what I had to do, and then we'll go Texas, blah, blah, with the winner being Texas. Okay, this works well. All right, so now we'll go and mint. Lock it in. This generates a bracket. It can take a couple of transactions due to the fact that, of course, the Solana blockchain is having too many transactions go through. And the other thing is, if you're starting to do very, very well, you've got a couple of options. You can either hold the NFT until the end, or you can go and list it on Tensor. List it at a higher price, and maybe someone will go and buy something that has more potential value. And so it's kind of like you're cashing out a bet early. Anyway, the transaction has not gone through yet. I'll try and mint it again, probably with the fact that the actual blockchain's a bit congested at the moment. You literally may want to, I don't know, screenshot what you're doing in case you have to refresh your page to do it again. You don't want to lose a bet because the transaction didn't go through and then you didn't remember all of the actual bets that you made. Now, one very important thing is Bonk rewards. In the past, they go and reward people for actually using Bonk in the ecosystem. We'll go try this again. Probably not going to work, of course. So you've got a couple of options. The first option is you can just go and do this and try and win. Then you can do this and maybe try and sell the NFT if it starts to gain value. But then the third thing to keep in mind is potentially, and this is just my idea, it may or may not happen, but maybe by actually using your Bonk in the ecosystem in the future, you qualify for another airdrop, similar to Year of the Dragon or Bonk Christmas. So I'll leave that with you. These are your actionables. Check out Bonk Madness if it appeals to you, and definitely go get stuck into Meteora. Stay curious. Catch you in the next video.